Welcome back. Doctors are growing more and more concerned about the effects of vaping on teens. The Centers for Disease Control says they are investigating more than 150 cases of severe lung disease nationwide. Doctors suspect the cases are linked to vaping. Most of those cases involve teenagers. Joining me now is Dr. Stephen Fagans, the Vice President of Medical Affairs at Mercy Health Anderson Hospital. He is also the Medical Director at Hamilton County Public Health. Want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
My first question, when we read stories like this, we wonder, is it a far and away problem or is it hitting close to home?
So we had a clinical alert from the CDC earlier this month about vaping-associated pulmonary injury. Some heads up from the Wisconsin Public Health where they first saw it, but we see it frequently, and we've become to ask people about smoking. Now we ask people about vaping. And ironically, as I was driving over here, I was hearing about a probable case here locally of a vaping-associated pulmonary injury. So it is an inhalational injury associated with putting something in your mouth, heating it up, and inhaling. It's very similar to something called bronchiolitis obliterans, which can be permanent. It's not an infection, although it looks like a pneumonia. It doesn't necessarily respond to antibiotics and requires high-dose steroids. And we're just now learning what to do about this.
When you say it can be permanent, I know for parents watching, that might strike fear in them.
And it should.
It should?
It should, because we already know that last year the Surgeon General declared that vaping is an epidemic. We know that nicotine itself, you get more nicotine from vaping than you do in many cases from smoking cigarettes, because you can take more puffs, more inhalations per day. We already see nicotine toxicity causing in some cases seizures or other things. And we've seen other inhalational lung injuries from components.
Is there a belief that vaping is perhaps safer than cigarette smoking, and that's why we're seeing it the way we're seeing it?
There is.
And so how do you combat that? We have about 30 seconds left.
We want to just tell you that vaping is nicotine. It takes about 100 inhalations a day to become nicotine addicted from a vape. And so once you're nicotine addictive, it's hard to get off. We still counsel people that if you really need to use that form of nicotine as a way to get off really bad nicotine, which is cigarettes, then it's a potential way to do that, but you still have to stop.
All right. Dr. Fagans, thanks for the warning and for the perspective. Really appreciate it. You're a repeat guest. We appreciate that too.